What's going on YouTube? So I wanted to check in. It's been a little while. Um, Talk about a couple of things. Um, One being health and like wellness and the struggle to do the right thing and the pressure we put on ourselves to maintain some type of um routine. Because I mean, if you're a human being and you want to live a good life, then you know the responsibility you have to kind of like do the right thing by your body. But life's pressures and temptations sometimes are a little bit overwhelming, and we all equally face those same challenges. Now, why is it difficult, more difficult for some than it is for others? I don't know. I'm one to be plagued by that vicious cycle of doing good and then messing up and then having to kind of like get myself reacclimated to doing good again. So I mean, you get older and you find yourself on that hamster wheel going round and round and round every few months. You kind of like, when does this stop? And it doesn't stop until you say enough is enough. I've done several videos about this, and you kind of like stick your toe between your legs because you feel like you've gotten to the point where you're making good choices, and then you fall off and you're like, well, damn, you know, you know, you've put it out there, so somebody's gonna hold you to it, But what's most important is you holding yourself to what you've said and what you've put out there. I mean, what you've wanted to achieve. Like for me, for instance, I've eaten no land animals for the last, so that was 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 5 years. Since 2014, I haven't eaten any chicken, birds, cats, dogs, cows, pigs, all that. I haven't eaten any of those in the last 5 years. And that was a personal choice. Nothing had to do with religion or, anything the doctor even told me. It was just, I woke up and I felt like I needed to relieve myself of eating mammals or animals. I was like, I don't really think I need that type of meat or protein in my body to function. Um, so I stopped. And then that's when the battle began, because you wake up that next day and you're like, fuck, I want 6 wings with hot sauce, salt, pepper, and ketchup. And I want to eat them in my car. But you're like, I can't do it. And I haven't done it. And that's the proudest feeling I've had, because I haven't, like, and nobody else would know if I was to go and I was to crack and I was to go eat the damn wings, but me. But I've honestly maintained that for 5 years, which is, for me, a big deal. And in those first couple years, like for 2014, I had lost a tremendous amount of weight, because not eating meat for me represented just, now I have to do good by this body, because I've made the first step, and I lost a bunch of weight. I was like under 300 pounds, and I was just like, man, I feel amazing. I feel amazing, you know. Um, Face was like chiseled, and I was like, I could almost go shirtless. Yeah, not anymore. Um, and time passed, and tragedies happened. I had a life event in 2015, which was not that long afterwards, that set me so far back. Being in shape and things like that, it's like really didn't even matter, because I wasn't sure if I even wanted to not die. But it's like, what is the point of living when you really are just so mind blown by what just happened? You don't even know what to do next. And that lasted for a while. And then I thought I was past that, but I wasn't. It was like every few weeks I kept having these cycles of like, I feel great, I feel good. No, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I really don't. And at the end of that year, after 2015, well, that happened at the end of 2015. So 2016 was really horrible for me. It was horrible in the sense of how I felt, but I made some changes in my life as far as like family rearrangements and stuff like that, which were great, but it was really hard to celebrate. Um, and health and wellness was just like on the back burner. I, again, still never ate meat throughout that whole year, but carbs were my friend. Pizza is a beautiful thing when you feeling kind of down or feeling a little sad. You know, Oreos and potato chips and French fries are all vegan, so yeah, it went down, and I had to wait to show for it. I never completely got back to where I originally started, which was 333 pounds, and that was 2012, 2013, that was my max weight, 333 pounds. And I could not break that number to save my life. I had at one time been up as big as 350 pounds, 340 something pounds when I was in a senior in high school. But I had got down to 333 and would not budge. My body would just keep maintaining it. I was like, whatever I ate, combinations of food, it seemed to always keep me at that weight. 2014 started doing great. 2015, 2016, all hell broke loose. You know, again, still maintaining not eating meat, but the carbs were doing me in. You know, always regularly going to the doctor, blood work coming back like borderline diabetes, high blood pressures like raging, and just like what am I to do? You know, um, and I just, you know, I've done all this without any real like interventions from anybody or medical professionals, but research on my own on like what works and what don't work, what makes me feel good, what doesn't make me feel good. Again, time has gone by, you know, 2016, 2017, 2018. I'm deciding, okay, I'm thinking that dairy is a problem for me because when I eat things that have milk in it or um anything or a derivative from milk, I feel horrible. My whole body feels inflamed. I poop, but my stomach still feels like something's not right, you know. And I'm not gonna just say black folk because there are a lot of people who are lactose intolerant. We'll eat things that we know are not right for our systems. We're like, oh, just give me a little gas. I'll just fart and keep it moving. But no, it's doing more to your body than just giving you gas. It's creating inflammation throughout your body. It's messing with your sinuses, your skin. You might have cystic acne. Your breath stinks. Your poop stinks. Your underarm odor stinks. Like your body is just really like saying, yo, hey, I am not appreciating what you're doing to me. I can't process what you're putting in me, and we're just ignoring it time and time and time again and wondering why our we're getting sick or our colds are much more worse or we're getting the flu because our immune system is compromised. Our body is fighting off what we're eating. It can't fight off a common cold or virus. It's just haywire. You go through that enough, you start eliminating things. So I had at the end of 2018, I said I'm gonna bring it way, 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 way down. So at the beginning of this year, I started eliminating a lot of things. First being dairy, and just sticking with like a Mediterranean diet, vegetables and meat, meaning fish, seafood like salmon, and rainbow trout, and shrimp occasionally. Good quality fish, albacore tuna, like in the packages. Like if I just wanted something quick, I'll put that on top of a salad, and just really cleaning up my diet, having really basic things that I ate, really clean foods, and I noticed the difference. For one, my skin started to, like, you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, you know, I look more hydrated. I feel like, you know, more even. There, the hyperpigmentation, the dark circles and stuff start to go away. Your body just benefits from eating those good healthy fats and drinking nothing but water, and you know, and you just really feel like, okay. And it's not about a weight thing. It's not about weight. I got man boobs. So I have a lot bigger journey when it comes to weight, but it was about nutrition for me, about knowing what I'm putting in my body and how is my body responding to what I'm eating, you know. And once you eat a more clean diet, you really start to notice, like, I don't want to use deodorant. And not because it's like I'm a hippy dippy, I'm, you know, Birkenstock type of person. It's just that you don't need it anymore. Your body is not excreting this foul odor, you know. It's like, it smells clean like skin. It doesn't smell like putrid funk. You wash regularly, and occasionally I'll put on some Arm & Hammer Essential. It's a deodorant that's a natural deodorant. It doesn't have any aluminum or parabens in it. It has fruit oils, and it has coriander, and it's mainly a salt-based product. It has baking soda in it. Salt helps with keeping you dry. It keeps, it does what you need it to do. And the baking soda is right there to keep you right, And that was something that I first noticed, that my body wasn't excreting all of those poisons and toxins that I was putting in it. Okay, then the weight thing. I'm like, okay, I would love to benefit by losing some weight. And I knew that would only happen by portion control. So then I incorporated intermittent fasting, which is a topic that everybody talks about, but nobody really understands. It's giving your body a period where you're not eating anything. You're not putting anything in it. You're allowing your system to reset. It's like you parked your car and you're allowing it to idle down and stop running and just kind of like chill out for a little bit. You've overworked your system. So now let it rest, let it regenerate, let it process what you've put in it so far, and then get ready for what you're about to do next. So I had a stop eating at 6 p.m. and don't eat before 10 a.m. kind of thing going on here. And that worked beautifully. I find myself losing I lost like 10 pounds, and I lost another 10 pounds, and I was like down 30 pounds. I was under 300 pounds for the second time in my adult life. And I just knew that this was going to be the time that I will never be over 300 pounds again. I said, wow, I've done it. I celebrated. There's a video where I was like, I don't know how to celebrate or something like that, because I really didn't, because I'm not familiar with being in that body. I was putting on size 38 pants, whereas in the 12th grade, I was wearing a size 48 pants, and I got down to about a 44 and then a 42, and then I was at a 42 forever. And then I was able to fit a 38. And then I was like, I've made it. I've made it, and that lasted at the beginning of this year for about 30 days, 35 days. And I celebrated one too many times. Now, I didn't go out and eat a whole sheet cake, because it doesn't happen that way. But I allowed myself to eat one plate of pasta. And then, one slice of pie. And then eating a little bit past 6 p.m. or eating a little bit before 10 a.m. And before you know it, that block of time of fasting has stretched back to normal times. The amount that you were eating have stretched back to old portions. And you still convince yourself that I am under 300 pounds. And then you get your fat ass on the scale and you realize that, wow, I am back up to 310. The scale goes under your couch. The mirrors get blocked with shit. And you kind of like forget about it because you don't want to think about it. This is me I'm talking about here. Weeks go by and you get on the scale and it says 323. You don't tell nobody that you've royally screwed up at this point. You just face the fact that you are always going to be struggling. And that's not fair, because that's not true. That's not real. That's a sickness. That's a mindset that consumes a lot of people, where you think this is my reality and there's nothing else for me other than what it is, which is not true. Is the world, our environment, the supermarket, social media is all designed to pull us in, to sell us something, to get us consumed, to keep us on a cycle. You buy a broom, it's probably designed to only get you about 35 sweeps before the bitch break, and then you got to go buy another broom. If you bought a broom and it lasts forever, the broom company would never make any money. Light bulbs are meant to fail. Food, cereal is meant for you to want another bowl. Chips are designed for you to eat more than just 3 chips. You're supposed to eat the whole bag. You're supposed to eat the whole row of Oreos. They would never admit to that, but that's how it's designed. Food science, its flavor, its texture, its chemical changes, it's all designed to keep you locked in to a product, to keep you having to keep buying and using over and over again. Shampoo is designed to dry your hair out so that you can need conditioner. Soap is designed to dry your skin out so that you need lotion. Toothpaste is designed to fuck your teeth up so that you need to do other things. I promise you, if you just use baking soda and lemon juice to clean your teeth, not lemon juice. If you use baking soda and just a little bit of peroxide every now and again to clean your teeth, they'll be white, they'll be bright, beautiful smile. If you use lemon juice and a little bit of natural products under your underarms, you'll be fine. But it's a part of a more holistic thing. You can't just start not using deodorant, but you're still eating KFC chicken. You're going to be a funky person. It's just the way it is. So you have to wake up and you have to be like, I'm going to rid myself of all things that are going to keep me locked into the cycle. So if I know that I want to lose weight and feel great and have wonderful skin and not, be locked into all of those vicious things, then I have to rid myself of things that will keep me pulled in. I can't go to a fast food restaurant. I have to eat before I go out with other people. I can't go hungry. I can't go into the supermarket and shop like a regular person. I have to shop the perimeter. I have to eat the fresh produce. I have to eat the things that are going to die in about 3 days, because that means there's a living product. I can't eat the processed prepackaged items because they're designed to kill me. And I don't want to die. I want to promote life and well-being as long as I can. If it's for another 15 minutes or another 15 years, I'm going to, do what's right. So I'm not here to preach. I'm just saying that if you want to make a small step is wonderful, but you have to look at the bigger picture, and it has to be all encompassing, because you will be successful, I'll say, for about a couple of weeks, but there will be an intruder and you will fail, and there's nothing to beat yourself up over. It's for you to be like, okay, checkmate. I got it. You won. You got that one. You got that one. Now try me next time, because I'm stronger, So with back to me, I, at the beginning of the year, like I said, I eased on back up to like 320, something like that. And another thing, being the type of big person I am, people always like, well, you know what? You look right at that weight. I can't see you any smaller. I'm like, well, look the other way, because it's not about being smaller. It's about being at the point of health where I don't have high blood pressure, where I don't have to worry about getting diabetes. And whatever that looks like on the scale wise, then that's what it is. A number isn't important. It's about being healthy. And don't let anybody tell you, damn girl, you look good in them jeans. You don't need to lose no weight, when you know damn well you pre-diabetic and you got a headache and you always feel like you got a 10-pound sack on your shoulders because your blood pressure is just creeping up on your neck. And in the next 10 years, you might have a stroke. What's more important when you look in those jeans or your overall health? And that's a conversation you need to have with yourself. As a man, big men, yeah, woo, it's all right. But if your health is being compromised by you carrying all this additional weight around your midsection, you need to have a conversation with yourself, because it's hooting and hollering now, but it's damn, he was a nice guy once you have your first stroke, So, my throat's getting a little dry, a little parched from the preach, but I'm going to continue to do these maybe once a month as an update on health and wellness. But I say all that to say that my diet right now is as good as it is, and that's because I keep a track of everything that I eat. I don't eat after 6 p.m. and I don't eat before 10 a.m. And to the times that I do eat, I'm following a really strict calorie diet. And what I do as a plan might not work for someone else, so it's not, or I guess, beneficial for me to share that. Just know that whatever you do, consistency is key. It's calories in versus calories out. So you can fast all day long, but if when you have the opportunity to eat, you're eating 3 million calories, you're never going to lose any weight. So you still have to maintain good diet routine, good physical activity along with the fasting. It all works together. So I went back up to like 325. I'm now bound down to 309. Wish me luck. I want to be under 300 pounds in the next 30 days and go from there. You know, I put it out there. Well, not yet because I'm still recording this video, but once it gets out there, it's out there. And I think the 2.5 people that watch these videos, well, hopefully if you've lasted this long, you'll hold me accountable to that information. You'll ask me, hey, how you doing? How's it going? I asked you to ask me that because I think that's a lot of an adult's issue. You know, we don't hold each other accountable. He's like, well, you can clearly see your buddy over there or your homegirl over there has gained 20 pounds, but we don't want to offend anybody, so we never mention the obvious. You had 2 rolls last year, but sis, now you got 7. What's up, you know? And it's not offensive to do that. That's love, you know? And if a person finds that offensive, that's on them. But eventually they'll see that you meant them well and you were being observant and you saw that something wasn't right. You know, you spoke on it. I, for one, would appreciate that. If you saw me get another roll in his neck and you didn't say anything about it, you don't care about me. This is a really long video, so I'm going to go. I'm going to wish all of you all health and happiness and all of that stuff. It's still the beginning of the year. Any bad habits that you still have enough time to turn it all around. Okay, now if you've lasted this long, you deserve to see the locks. Okay, this is my favorite little dread sock here. I'm not filling this out yet, but eventually one day I will, hopefully. Here they go. Here they go. There's the front. There's the side. There's the back. There's the other side. And, whoa. I'm out of here. Peace and blessings.